Hello everyone, my name is Hilda and welcome back to my channel for another What I Did This Month video. Now, I have a wee basket full of things and this guy can sit on top of it, I think. Yeah, so yeah, let's get into it. And again, apologies for the lighting. The weather has been literally switching within 5 minutes from like sunny and warm and almost summer, hence the summery attire. I mean, look at my cool treasure planet top. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, from that to rain and gloom. So it is even harder than usual to try and set the light in my studio, which doesn't have the best light to start with. But yeah, although I mean, why am I apologizing? This isn't my fault. I feel the weather should be apologizing. I digress. So yeah, as you may have noticed, I have a chicken friend. I kept on seeing all these super cute emotional support chickens, and I had FOMO and I really wanted one as well. And I do love chickens. I'd love to have chickens, but our yard isn't that big and I don't want them to be in like this really small enclosure because that's just sad. But yeah, so now I have a chicken that does not need to be in a wee enclosure. And that is great. It isn't as of yet unnamed chicken. Leave your name, I cannot speak. An as of yet unnamed chicken, leave your name suggestions in the comments, please. There we go. We got there in the end. Yeah, it's very squish. All my leftover, which was about half a bag of stuffing, went right into it. And it's only by the grace of the yarn I chose that you can't see the stuffing, because maybe the camera picks up on it. I hope it does. It's a very loose knit. Ideally, I should have knit it on 2mm or 2.5mm needles, not on 3, probably 2, but I didn't have 2mm needles. I did pick up some today at Steenbergen, like really cheapy ones, but they're actually quite good. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, so the yarn I used is Rico Design. I think it's called Kashmiri Superba Luxury. It sounds way fancier than it is. There is some cashmere in there, but it's a sock yarn. It's not loads. But I have the skein right here in my knitting bag. So I can show you the skein. The skein looks like this. It is slightly less thick than it was as a chicken, and a wee ball toy for the boys has come out of it. But yeah, it's I would say softer on the skein, but that's probably because, you know, the nature of the chicken. But yeah, so that's the body, and then the wattle and the comb are some of my leftover Wild Atlantic Yarns Blue-Faced Leicester sock. They have like these minis, and I think it's 80 meters on 20 gram. And I bought 2 to knit pumpkins for Salem. So I still have some left over. So I figured, like, I don't have red, but there's lots of orange and yellow in this chicken. So why not give it an orange wattle and orange comb? And I didn't have yellow either. So the yellow I use is not like pure yellow, but it's from another project, which I shall show you in just a little bit. And that is a Lang Yarns Siempre. And Siempre it's actually really cool. It's like a cotton silk alternative, because instead of silk, it's what is it called again? Cupro? Yeah, I think it's called Cupro. I will have it up on screen if I'm wrong. But it's kind of like a cellulose. I think of cotton fiber cellulose, but I might be wrong on that. But yeah, so it's like a silk alternative, basically. It's very, very soft. And yeah, it's really fun to knit with, because I knit with it before for another projects. And I have some yellow left over I can use for stuff as well. Not more beads, because it actually took me way longer to finish this chicken than I thought it would. And not because I didn't have eyes. I need to go by eyes. It has a red eyes, as you can see, because I wanted to have it to have red eyes. Kind of feels like it escaped from the Has-Been Hotel, but I digress. So yeah, did I say what pattern I used? Because I've been rambling about this chicken and I forgot, but in case I didn't, this is the Knitting Tree LA. I think this is the real one, the emotional support one that most people use. I found it pretty clear to follow. This was actually really handy if you want to do, you know, like assembly pieces, because the belly is different, well, you know, knit separately, and the tails, you need to pick up stitches, so that's good practice as well. And problem solving, because if you don't have enough stitches, knit front to back is your friend, you know, picked up. And if you can't pick up more, knit front to back is your friend. So yeah, and short rows. I feel like I've gotten really good at short rows now, so now I can go back and knit a black sweater by Teti Lutzak, I think that's her name. But yeah, I now I can return to knitting a black sweater in a 4mm yarn, because 3mm knitting just grates on me, man. But yeah, this took longer than I thought it would. I thought like, oh, this is gonna be like the knitting. It's gonna be like a really quick project. Newsflash, I knit like 3 days on this. And I'm not the fastest knitter in the world, but I'm also not the slowest. So it took longer than I expected. Also, if you're gonna do this, get a big bag of, what is it called? Fiber fill, polyfill, kussen of plus beesten vulling, as we would say in Dutch, you know, pillow stuffing and plush animal stuffing. Also, for those interested, the Dutch word for chicken is kip. You know, in slang, it's usually called a kieke or a kieke if you really dump some of the, you know, letters in pronunciation, but then it might be mistaken for a kikker, which is a frog. So maybe stay with keep if you want to say it in Dutch. But yeah, so my chicken, my as of yet unnamed chicken, suggestions in the comments, please. And then the first thing I knitted this month is actually something I knit for Bert, and I will have a little movie clip so you can see it in all angles. But yeah, this is the Hesh hat by Malia May Joseph, I believe. Stephen West's colleague of Stephen and Penelope, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so this was a free pattern. It's called Hesh. And it gave me like, I'm not gonna try it on because this is wool, it's mostly wool and linen. And this is kind of slightly modified because the actual Hesh kind of goes more upwards in a point. And it has more of like the helmets of the armies of man vibe than a dwarven helmet. But as you saw in the video of Bert wearing it, he's actually really happy with it, but he just like was like over it. He had posed for photos and he was like, I just want to go do something else. And like, here's a picture where he was wearing it when we met John. And as you can see, he's like well chuffed. But also like John is always really funny. But yeah, so I changed it a little bit so it would be a flat top and not a pointed top. But this was so easy to follow. It was like everything was so concise, so well explained. And I had to do stitches like, I forgot what this is called, but it's super easy. Basically, you slip two and you knit one, and then the two you slipped, you move back over, kind of leapfrog them over that one you knit, and then it will start forming this point. Apologies for the screaming cat. Joop, schat, wat is er? Hey, kom eens hier. He's like, what are you doing? Hey, kom je dag zeggen? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Can I pick you up? Can you come say hi? Yeah? And this, my dear friends, is Joop. Hi Joop, ga je spelen? Ga je hier blijven zitten? He doesn't know what he wants, but at least he came to say hi. Very polite of him. But yeah, that informs the points. Now I will say, and this is the next hat, and I love them like this. Unblocked, the points will do this. They will curl up. It looks like this. But this is super cute. I will get to it in a second. So yeah, you do absolutely need to block it. And I do have a hat block. It's my size, not Bert's size, but it was absolutely fine. It's, you know, like this cotton covered head. Yeah, it was fine. I just pinned it to it was really easy to block on because, you know, you could pin it properly down. And yeah, I left it for 2 days. It was very sunny at the time, so I left it outside during the day, not during the night. And yeah, it worked really, really well. And it was, Beth said it was really comfortable to wear, so bonus. And then because I thought it was so cute with the points curled up, I made myself one. And like, I made myself one with like, it looks kind of like a leaf stem, doesn't it? I'm gonna try keep it away from my face so you can see it a bit better. I also have a video. I will post that here. And yeah, this is kind of my fallen leaf hat, you know, the dried leaves on the ground in autumn and winter. It's kind of inspired by that. I do realize that it also kind of looks like a milkmaid hat and very cottagecore, but yeah, potato. I really like it. It's really fun. And because it's a little bit oversized, because obviously this does 0 for keeping my ears warm, I can just wear it over earmuffs in winter. So the next thing I knit was, and you will see it coming, another capelet. Because Kiwi had stolen and ruined my original burgundy capelet. And my original burgundy capelet, I will have a picture up, was made out of, the body was made out of Scheepjes Color Crafter. The color was made out of Sagenmeier Nomota Bravo. The color was so fine, it was okay. But the body of the capelet had started like fizzing and it just didn't look nice anymore. So I decided to splurge on like really nice wool, and I bought some skeins of a Wild Atlantic Yarns Una, their Merino, the superwash one. And this is hard side, and apologies for the light, but as you can see, it has, again, apologies for the light. It has a different tonality of reds. Super pretty. And in the bottom, I don't know if that shows up, but I'm gonna try. The bottom has like last 5 centimeters. That is La Droguerie Voilette. And the color is the same as my orange one. And that is Langyarns Poseidon. They all have numbers, so I never know what color is happening. But yeah, that dark brown, really love it for the colors. And of course, thanks to knitting my chicken friend here, I now know how to pick up stitches. So from now on, any and every future capelet, I will just pick up the stitches and knit the color, you know, directly to it. Also, by now, I can actually knit the colors really well separately because, you know, initially I struggled a little bit, but that's long gone. So now I can just attach all the colors and that will be brilliant. My next and last knitting item, because I have some crafty things as well, is also a capelet. This is not for me. So I didn't knit myself yet another one. Well, I did, but you know, not yet another and yet another. This is for my friend Jess. It's not a spoiler because she's seen it before. And this is the Tell Me You're a Hufflepuff without telling me you're a Hufflepuff capelet. And yeah, it is, as you can see, where that siempre, that a chicken's beak was used, made from, has, you know, that is the original use of the siempre. That's what I'm trying to say. And then it is a combination of stockinette stitch, what the pattern calls for, and garter stitch. For the body of this, I use literally one skein of Schoppel Zauberbal Crazy in Groene Woche, Green Week, and then Schoppel Admiral Hanf in Kurkuma. And the Kurkuma is the yellow one. And everything else, other than that mustardy yellow, is the Green Week, the Groene Woche. But like most of the green is like this yellowy green, so it's like very yellow adjacent, and there's this super dark gray, almost black, and then this light gray. Oh, I cannot speak. And it won't show up on camera, I don't think, but, well, maybe it does, but all the strands have like 2 colors and they're like interwoven, plied, I guess. And it's like yellow and really dark gray, or the light gray, or like a different shade of yellowy green. It's really, really nice. It's really fun. I mean, also very easy to knit with. And yeah, I have bought some more Schoppel for future projects. But yeah, and then in the bottom, I think it's like 10, 15 centimeters. I don't know if it shows up, but I'm gonna try regardless. I knitted in La Droguerie Voilette. So it really is like super squish in the bottom. And it's like very sparkly and fun because that is a yellow with gold. So it's like the gold, but it's not actually gold, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I thought it was really fun and just saw the pictures. I have them up on my Insta. This is a picture of me wearing it, as I haven't seen Jess to give it to her yet. That gives you an idea of it worn. I was wearing it very open because it was warm that day. And this guy is very, very warm because it's mostly wool. You know what the most amazing part was? The bottom did not roll up. It did not curl up at all because of the combination of like the 2 Schoppel wools, yarns, and the voilette. And that was amazing. And it didn't really curl up on this as well, just a little bit. And I did block it, but it's staying nice and well behaved. And then finally, I made a bunch of these friendship bracelets that all say different things. And I will insert a picture here. Because I have tried filming them separately and the camera was not having it. So I think the picture will have said more than me trying to hold them up one by one and showing them to you. So long live pictures. So yeah, that was it for today. That was everything I knit. Literally a whole basket full of things. And will there be a capelet next month? Probably. I mean, now it's like, oh, look at it go. Now is like the perfect time for capelets because it gets chilly and it's not as warm as a sweater because it just drapes over you. And if it's cold, you can put it over a sweater and it goes under a coat just fine. So I feel like more is better. And I haven't got a brown one yet. And then I kind of want a brown and orange one yet. And there are so many cool colors in those Zauberballs. So yeah, there will be more capelets in the future. Potentially there will also be more chickens, but not right now. And I kind of want to knit another knitten, the knitted kittens. So that seems like fun. I might knit a knitten. I bought some orange yarn at Steenbergen this morning, so I will knit the cats at least one more pumpkin. Salem would appreciate it. He's already been in the bag going like, this orange yarn, is it my orange yarn? So enough said. It doesn't matter that I have used all my filling up on this chicken because I will stuff theirs with leftover yarns and fabrics and stuff like that. Tissues with holes in them. I don't use fiber fill for or whatever it's called, stuffed animal stuffing for cat toys anyway, because if they rip them and it comes out, I don't want them eating it. But yeah, that was it. There will be a clip of Joop playing with the cat toy. I knitted them out of the same fabric, same yarn as the chicken. And you might think like, that sounds like really fancy yarn for a cat toy. Yes, but it uses so little that maybe like the cats can have a luxury toy as well, I suppose. So yeah, there will be at least a bit of a cute cat as well. And I feel like I have waffled more than enough. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything I made. I know it's not loads, but still. Still hope you enjoyed it. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Subscribe if you want to stick around for more shenanigans, emotion. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because YouTube might actually tell you when I've uploaded a new video. Wouldn't that be grand? And yeah, that's really it for today. Bye-bye!